official airline of the Super Bowl. By Coors Light, frost brewed to tap the clean taste of the Rockies. By Ameritrade, the way to trade, period. And by Gatorade Thirst Quencher, helping you play longer and stronger when it counts the most. Gatorade, is it in you?
Opening day of the NFL season. The Bucs leading the Giants 10-7. They're backed up the 1-yard line. Giants have 5 defensive linemen in there. Bucs have 3 tight ends. Allstott didn't get much.
Mike Allstott trying to hammer it up inside. And you see the fishing we came back from?
Yeah.
Fishing. Allstott's a big fisherman. Here's your 5 defensive linemen. And then Strahan's all the way outside as a contained guy. But the reason they go 5, it's short yardage personnel. You bring it in when they go 3 tight ends, that's pounding time. And then you bring in the extra linemen and you match up with them.
Got a little less than a yard on the carry. John Davis in motion. Allstott puts it up wide open. Dropped by Patrick Haith. He was wide open. Nobody in front of him. Watch this.
Little play action. A fullback. Haith is lined up at fullback. He slides through. Nobody picks him up. There's Widmer's guy. It was too simple.
Haith is not known as a receiver. He's in there for his blocking. As a second tight end or an F-back. Now 4 wide receivers in with Warwick Dunn in the backfield. Dilfer fires it to the second.
It's a matter of time.
The rookie Andre Weathers, a touchdown. The Giants defense has produced 2 touchdowns in the game. They take the lead. Well, the Giants were worried about the secondary, and Andre Weathers, a rookie out of Michigan, steps up and intercepts Trent Dilfer and moves in for a touchdown.
I'm telling you, the Giants secondary's had tight coverage all day long, and Trent's been trying to force the ball in there.
Dilfer, guilty of 15 interceptions last season, is picked off for the first time. Maynard's extra point, Daloiso's extra point out of the hold of Maynard is good. And with 3:31 to go in the third quarter, the Giants defense produces more points.
Well, you saw the Christian Peter, and Michael Strahan get that push up front. Trent Dilfer couldn't see.
Touchdown for Andre Weathers.
Emerald Club members get this free officially licensed NFL sports bag with your first rental from National in September.
Nice game, Bear.
If you're not a member, join for half price.
Good game, Bear.
And still get this NFL sports bag free. It's perfect for all the important things a player needs to carry.
Nice bear, Mr. Bear.
Emerald Club members get this free NFL sports bag in September and rent twice for 2 days or longer and get a certificate for another day free. The more you rent, the more you earn. National Car Rental, the official car rental company of the NFL. Teddy bear not included.
Hey, feast your eyes on this. The big New Yorker pizza from Pizza Hut. Now, this is what pizza's supposed to be. Look at this thing. 16 inches of real street corner pizza dripping with cheese. Look at all this cheese. Over a pound of cheese on this masterpiece. You know what a pound of cheese costs at the market? And we dropped the price $1. Now it's just $8.99. $8.99. What part of big, good, and incredible deal don't you understand? Hurry. This price ain't gonna last. So if you want to feed a lot of big mouths without taking a big hit in the wallet, try the big New Yorker from Pizza Hut. Try it already.
When you travel at over 300 miles per hour, you need all the protection you can get. 8-time champion John Force uses Castrol, the only leading 10W30 that provides maximum protection against both viscosity and thermal breakdown. Because some people have more important things to worry about. Castrol GTX. Drive hard. And try Castrol Syntec Blend for added synthetic protection.
In 4 days, Keanu Reeves, Selma Hayek, and Jay Moore star in Action, the best series of the season, a 1-hour event, premiering Thursday at 9 on Fox.
Andre Weathers scores the touchdown. The 6th-round draft pick out of Michigan is back on the field in special teams. Well, he's been used in dime situations 6 defensive backs. He's out there and comes up with a big pick.
Yeah, and they were concerned about the depth of the secondary, Sam. And I'll tell you, Trent, I don't believe saw where Weathers was when he threw that ball.
Daloiso to kick it off. Jaquez Green is deep. Low line drive. That's going out of bounds. So the Bucs will get the ball at the 40-yard line.
Watch it.
Illegally out of bounds.
It's his own defense.
Placed at the 40-yard line. First down.
Here's Weathers right here. Watch him pass off the receiver and now fade back outside. Now, as he drifts back to the outside, I don't believe Trent Dilfer ever saw him because watch what's in his face. Here's Strahan right here. Watch him get up, and there's Peter. 2 blue jerseys, Giants, in his face right in front of it. If he did see it, he should have thrown that thing away.
And as Trent Dilfer came on the field, he heard a chorus of boos from the crowd here. Bucs trailing 14-10. The play fake. Dilfer throwing to the sideline, incomplete. Overthrew Bert Emanuel.
Terrible throw. Wide open. And then Boonsbergs are out again. They're on him hard now, Sam.
He is on a short leash here in Tampa. They've put so much on him. Everybody's saying the quarterback has to be better. The passing game has to be better. And though Trent says he's oblivious to the reaction, I can't believe that.
It's hurting me up here. I mean, you can't be. You know it's there. There's nothing worse than it.
All said and done in the backfield. Moore in motion. And now Dilfer checking off. The play fake again. Dilfer gets rid of it to Allstott. Gets a first down. Good effort by Mike Allstott into Giants territory. Good receiver out of the backfield.
On that play action, the linebacker has to stay with him. Now, Allstott comes through the line of scrimmage on the play fake, which freezes the linebacker, and as he slips through the line of scrimmage and gets in the flat, he did an excellent job of going out and getting the ball, because the ball was thrown well in front of him.
Tight ends in for Tampa Bay. Bucs at the Giants' 49-yard line. Jaquez Green in motion. Dilfer. Plenty of time. And he finds the tight end, Dave Moore. Brought down at the 21-yard line by Percy Ellsworth. But great protection for Trent Dilfer. He had plenty of time to find the open man.
What happens was, watch Moore. He's going to be right over here to your left. Watch him work on the linebacker. This is Corey Widmer. He's going to be working right here. And watch this. Comes inside. Now watch him. He gets Durrell. Now he comes back outside. He gets Widmer going inside and then gets it outside. And look at the separation he gets. And it's all because of the play action, and the route that Trent took. Trent went to the right before he pulled back out to the left to set it up.
Allstott is split way to the right side. Gun carrying behind John Davis. Gets about a yard on the play. Time for an update on the Jacksonville 49ers game. Let's go to JB at the Fox Television Center.
Take a look at the special teams of Jacksonville, creating an opportunity, knocking that ball loose from R.W. McQuarters. Jason Kraft takes it to pay dirt. 17-3 Jacksonville. Sam and Bill, I hope Booger has had a conversation with his mother about that name.
I hope so too, JB. Thanks. Jacksonville's going to be tough. They look like a contender.
Boy, they got some offensive firepower. Heck of a job by San Francisco. Hold them only thus far to 17 points.
Robbie Abdullah in the backfield. Now he goes. And the backfield is empty. Dilfer has time. And it's broken up by Corey Widmer, intended for Mike Allstott. Good work by the offensive line for the Bucs again.
Well, they go empty again. And that drags the linebackers outside with the running back. And you think Ryan Phillips matched up with Rabi Abdullah, you think that's a no-brainer. Here's the matchup out here, linebacker and the running back, and watch the coverage by the Giants. They spread them out, but look at the matchup. Look at everybody matched up. That's great coverage downfield.
Robbie Abdullah, the lone running back, 4 wide receivers in for the Bucs. On 3rd and 10 outside, cut back inside Jaquez Green. Short of a first down. He's down around the 17-yard line. Andre Weathers made the tackle. And the field goal kicking unit comes on for the Bucs. The cannons are firing. Duck
prematurely.
Martin Gramatica for his second field goal of the game. This one will be a 36-yard try out of the hold of Mark Royals, who's a good holder. And the kick is good. Nicknamed Automatica, the man from Argentina, Martin Gramatica, celebrates his second field goal of the game, and the Bucs are within one with 15 seconds remaining in the third quarter. He's got a lot of life in him. He celebrates every field goal
all preseason.
You'll see him try some long ones this season.
He's got the leg strength.
Fox NFL Sunday begins with the greatest pregame show there is at noon Eastern, and then Pat Summerall and John Madden bring the Giants-Washington game to you. Bill and I will follow the Bucs into Philadelphia against the Eagles. Brad Johnson.
Look at that day he had. You know, Matt Millen talked about it in the pregame show from Washington. Said the key is that North finally has a quarterback that's good enough to put those kind of numbers up. What they have to be able to do is keep him healthy all season long.
The Redskins lost in overtime to Dallas. Arizona came from behind to beat Philadelphia by 1, and Green Bay came from behind to beat Oakland 28-24. Eagles were up 21-0 in that game and lost 25-24.
A lot of turnovers in that game.
That hurt.
7 or 8 of them.
Livingston and Patton are deep. Short kick. The wind held it up. Livingston on the return. Speedster out of Eastern Washington is brought down at the 32-yard line. His first NFL return. He made the team because of his return ability. Great speed. And we're coming down to the end of the third quarter. There's the kicker, Gramatica, a little upset with that kick, but the wind has picked up. And it was blowing right into his face.
First and 10 at the 32.
You can see it.
Batten down the hatches. Isn't that what they say over there in that ship?
That's right. Giants with 2 tight ends. Joe Juravicius, the lone wideout, and he's in motion. The play fake. Graham completes to Juravicius. Short pickup up to the 36-yard line. Donnie Abraham made the stop. We've come to the end of the third quarter. The Giants defense scores another touchdown. They put up 2 in the game. They provided the lead. The Bucs got a field goal to cut it to 14-13.
You're watching the NFL on Fox.
What would it be worth to wake up in a great mood?
I'm in a great mood.
Because you had a good night's sleep.
I slept like a baby.
In a nice, comfortable room.
What a room, yeah.
How about 10% off?
Hey, I like that 10%.
With Super 8's VIP card, it's yours. Guaranteed.
VIP, that's me.
At over 1,800 locations. Clean, friendly Super 8.
Clean, friendly, yeah.
Super 8. All the room you want.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark, thanks to you now, everything's .com, you know? Beachballs.com, arugulasalad.com. I mean, .com on.
Oh, here we go again.
Hey, .com, Padre. We both like Miller Lite for the same reason. It tastes great. Commonly so.
You know I like it because it's so smooth.
Ooh, I guess we're in .compatible, right?
Not if you lose the lane .comedy.
Hey, that's a good .com back.
Miller Lite. Taste a true Pilsner.
.com here often?
Welcome back to the MBNA Visa All-Star Game. These cards are amazing, and the fans love them.
Well, sure. There's no annual fee and a low introductory annual percentage rate for cash advance checks and balance transfers. So join the team today by calling 1-800-NFL-9919 and get an officially licensed NFL football free after the first use of your NFL Visa card.
NFL Team Visa credit cards take you where the action is. Call 1-800-NFL-9919 today to apply and receive a free NFL football.
NFL Sunday Ticket is brought to you in part by Miller Lite.
Welcome back to Fox NFL Sunday. Sam Rosen, Bill Moss, Chip Carter here in Tampa, where the Giants lead the Bucs 14-13. The Giants defense has provided all 14 points. And we start the fourth quarter with the Giants at their own 37-yard line. What are they doing differently offensively so far in the second half, Bill?
Well, you know, the Giants changed to the second half. There's a lot of three-step drop stuff. They're forced to get rid of the ball sooner, shorten up their passing game because of the penetration, primarily by Sapp.
2nd and 6. David Patton in motion. The 2 tight ends in the game. Sean Bennett. Not much. Maybe a yard on the carry. Tough to run inside against the Bucs.
Well, they tried a little draw play in there. That's a lead draw. That's what this is. They bring it to the weak side here, hoping to get a double team there, then a lead on way. But watch right here. Brooks fills. Marcus Jones slides down the line of scrimmage. It's that speedy defense that the hole was there for Bennett, but it closed so quick.
Bucs depth is on that defensive line. They have 2 defensive linemen inactive today. Reagan Upshaw and Tyoka Jackson. On 3rd down, Graham being rushed. Throws it toward the sideline, threw it up. There's a flag on the play.
Flag down. And boy, oh boy, did you see Warren Sapp just get on the shoulder of Luke Pettigrew. And again, Sam, see, then it was 3rd down. They had to go to the 5-step drop instead of the 3-step dropping game, and that's what happened.
Couple of flags down. Ed Hockley checking both out.
There were fouls by both teams on the play. Holding offense, number 72. Correction, tripping by 72. There was also holding by the defense, number 25. The penalty's offset. Replay 3rd down.
All right. There's the call. Roman Oben called on the trip. 2nd trip in the game by a Giant offensive lineman.
Well, watch what they're doing here. Well, here's Sapp right here. Watch him jump upfield. Split the crease between Oben and Pettigrew. Just on his shoulder, pulls him down. You talk about disruptor. That's changed. Warren Sapp has changed the whole complexion of the Giants offense.
Giants have to get to the 43-yard line for 1st down. Bennett the lone setback. 3 wide receivers plus Pete Mitchell. Tight end split out. Short drop. Graham throws. Incomplete. Donnie Abraham all over him on Toomer.
Yeah, Toomer wants the call bad.
But no call on the play. Tight coverage by the cornerbacks of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Man coverage downfield. They play 2-man underneath. Donnie Abraham was there as the ball got there. No call.
8th punt of the game. There are the cornerbacks. Brad Maynard's 8th punt of the game. But he's punting into the wind here. And he's been pressured a couple of times by Don Davis. This one has plenty of time. Good kick. Jacquez Green calls for a fair catch at the 16-yard line. Early in the 4th quarter, the Bucs trailing the Giants go on offense after a 46-yard punt.
The new Toyota Tundra's I-Force V8 out-accelerates all other full-size trucks in its class, even while towing. So we went out looking and tested against any truck that tows. Period. We're still searching. We need full-size Toyota Tundra. Have we gone too far, or have others not gone far enough?
Terrific wedding, you son of a gun.
Thanks. It's just so great to see you. I couldn't wait to get here.
Whoa! I'm so choked up. I don't know what to say.
May your mother be blessed forever.
You're making a lot of people very happy.
Very happy. Wow. You're the joy sharer. You're the sharer of joy. Well, thank you. Would you like a glass of that?
Bartender?
I'll be right back.
Are you ready to make real noise? To make new friends? To take sharper pictures? Are you ready to build bridges? Learn diplomacy. Learn to swim. Are you ready to turn what you want to do into what you will do? Are you ready? Be all you can be.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by the new full-size Toyota Tundra. Have we gone too far, or have others not gone far enough? By Dr. Pepper and your local Dr. Pepper bottler. Dr. Pepper, this is the taste. By Nextel, how business gets done. And by SAP, one-step business over the internet.
Welcome back to Tampa, where Trent Dilfer has the offense on the field.
Look at this half.
Yeah.
Dilford only 3 of 10.
And that one interception.
Yeah, but it cost him the touchdown.
Had a solid first half.
Roy.
From their own 17.
Hey, it's great if you're a defensive player, you're a defensive coacher. But heck, if you're an offensive coach or a head coach and you've been trying to open up that offense in the preseason, this hurts.
Heath is in the backfield as the fullback with all sides. The play fake. Dilfer, nobody open. Looks, and it's intercepted by Percy Ellsworth. Breaks away from one man. Ellsworth goes to the sideline, out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. And the boos rain down on Trent Dilfer. Percy Ellsworth led the Giants with 5 interceptions last season. Picks it off here.
And it's justly due. It is justly due this time. I'm going to watch. They check to this play. He makes an adjustment at the line of scrimmage. He has Dave Moore. Watch Dave Moore right here in the middle of the field. There's nobody around him. By the time he sees him, now he's going to force it when he has pressure off his back foot, and he throws it to Percy Ellsworth. Dave Moore, nobody was around him. He was in the middle of the field, wide open from the time he took the snap.
Ellsworth on the return, second interception of the game for the Giants, who have their best field position of the game. Graham, under pressure, throws incomplete. He had a man wide open. It was Howard Cross.
What is it with the quarterbacks and the tight ends? Howard Cross was wide open. Graham couldn't get the ball to him.
This is the first time the Giants' offense has been in Tampa Bay territory.
Yeah, and they didn't have anything to do with it, Sam. Not a darn thing. The defense did it again. Watch this right here. Watch Howard Cross. Nobody's on him. Throw it, throw it, throw it, throw it. Now he underthrows it.
2 tight ends in. Giants at the Bucs 24-yard line. Way and Bennett in the backfield. Bennett straight ahead. Down close to the 20-yard line. And up comes another third down for the Giants, who are 1 for 7. Correction, 1 for 9 on third down conversions.
Whatever it is, it's terrible. You know what? It's so bad that, look, Jim Fossil doesn't even look at that script anymore. He had that big board out there with all the plays on it. He's not even looking at it.
They have to get to the 16 for a first down. Excuse me, for the 14 for a first down. Bennett going wide. And he's short of a first down. Where's the passing game? No confidence?
None. None.
So on 3rd and 7, the Giants run the ball, and they will send out the field goal kicking unit. Brad Daloiso last season, 21 for 27. Will set up for a 36-yard attempt. Brad Maynard is the holder.
Watch the middle of the field on this rush.
The kick on the way is good, just inside the upright. It was close. Daloiso gives the Giants a 4-point lead. The offense puts up its first points of the game. It's 17-13.
That was still the defense, Sam.
He gets to the 10, across the 10 to the first down.
Mom.
Gonna get it on.
The newly restyled Toyota 4Runner reminds us all once again that if you want to enjoy true pine scent, you must go where the true pines are. The freshly updated Toyota 4Runner.
On an all-new special, never-before-seen footage.
Oh, my God.
The one you've been waiting for.
Unbelievable.
Shocking crashes and chases, all new at 8, Fox Thursday.
The pressure mounts on Trent Dilfer.
Well, look, here, Trent's right here. He's talking to the new quarterbacks coach, Clyde Christensen. That's the first time he's had a quarterbacks coach in his career. But you see how his helmet's up on his head? When your helmet's up on your head like that, the ear pads pinch your ear, and you can't hear. So Clyde's talking, and he can't hear.
Daloiso kicks off. Jaquez Green at the 1. Green melted down. Strong play on the outside. I believe it was Marcus Buckley. He pushed one of the Bucs into Green. Down he goes at the 25-yard line. Well, you're 4 days away from the 1-hour event that'll change network television forever. Jay Moore stars in the best series of the season, Action, for mature audiences at 9 Eastern, 8 Central, after an all-new shocking crashes and chases on Fox. Are you in that shocking
Well, you know, it
crashes and
sounds
chases?
like the life of a defensive lineman. Crashes and chases.
Big series for Tampa Bay from their own 25-yard line. Warwick Dunn finds a hole and gets up to the 34-yard line. Percy Ellsworth the tackle. Good pickup for Warwick Dunn.
Well, nice blocking up front that time. Tony Mayberry all started to lead back. And Warwick Dunn was very patient and waited to see the hole in the backside and bounced back there. It was open.
Let's go down to the sideline to Chip Carter. Chip.
Thanks a lot, Sam. Warwick Dunn is back after taking 2 IV bags in the locker room. Not unusual. He has a history of cramping that dates back to his playing days at Florida State, Sam.
2nd and 1 for the Bucs. Allstott and Dunn in the backfield. It's Dunn, and he's thrown down for a loss. What a play.
Armstead read that all the way.
Jesse Armstead came from the right linebacker spot across the field to make the tackle.
And that's not supposed to happen. You really don't account for the backside linebacker on this play on the power O. But Jesse Armstead's speed, watch him all the way outside, just runs right down the line of scrimmage, flat down the line of scrimmage, Sam, and meets the running back by the time he gets there.
Who should have picked him up?
No, he's unaccounted for back there. You don't account for the backside. You're not. They don't think when you draw it up that the backside backer should make that play on the power O.
4 wide receivers in for the Bucs. They've got to get to the 35. Dilfer in trouble. Being chased. Picks up a block. Holsey's after him. And out of bounds goes Dilfer. He threw it while he was going out of bounds. I thought he was out.
No.
That's an interception by Percy Ellsworth. I thought he had run out of bounds.
He should have. Should have thrown it away.
What a terrible play for Trent Dilfer. Intercepted by Ellsworth, the 3rd Giants interception of the game. Oh, man.
There was some great coverage downfield. That's what started the whole thing off and made him have to run for his life here. Oh, he's out of bounds.
Stepped out of bounds.
He's out of bounds. Tony ought to challenge that.
Well, Trent didn't say anything. He didn't know it. The Giants had the interception and the ball at the Bucs' 30-yard line. Jurevicius in motion. Big opportunities for the Giants. Bennett is hit by John Rumble. Fumble, and the Giants recover. Roman Oben dove on the ball.
Oh, they're rolling it down. They're rolling it down by contact.
Right on that 1-yard pickup. And the ball is spotted just inside the 30.
Let's take a close look. Here, Lynch hits him here. He's down on the ground. Yeah, he's down when the ball pops out. His knees are on the ground.
By Hilliard and Amani Toomer, the wideouts for the Giants. On 2nd and 9. Trouble with the snap. Graham in trouble. And he pitches it forward to Charles Way.
No, he was past the line of scrimmage, Sam. He pitched the ball past the line of scrimmage.
The flag is down. Brad Culpepper and Warren Sapp are all over Kent Graham. And now the discussion as to whether that was an illegal forward pass. And it was.
Take a look at the line of scrimmage. Line of scrimmage is right at about the 29-yard line. And watch where it is when he throws it. He steps up in the pocket. He's got Buck draping all over him, and he's right on it.
Illegal forward pass by the quarterback of the Giants. He was beyond the line when he threw the pass. It's a 5-yard penalty and a loss of down. Brings up 3rd down.
Go back to that play with Dilfer. Here Dilfer is. That is out of bounds. That's before he threw the ball. And look at the official. He's looking right at it. He is looking right at it.
But what a terrible move on the part of Dilfer. As he's leaping for the sideline, he throws back into the field.
Yeah, he thinks he's a lot more mobile now that he's lost all this weight. You can see it. He's been running around all preseason trying to make something out of nothing. He's forcing, Sam. He's really pressing.
Giants have to get to the 20, but they won't. Warren
Sapp. Talking
Sapp.
about pressing. That man has been pressing since the game started.
Strong move. And he is taking Luke Pettigrew to school.
And it's not Notre Dame.
That's right. And that play by Sapp has pushed the Giants out of field goal range.
Sure has.
So the illegal forward pass by Kent Graham just across the line of scrimmage. The sack by Warren Sapp, and the Giants are forced to punt.
The 4 tackles and 1 sack. You look in the USA Today under stats, not that big of a deal. But what's not on there is how disruptive he's been in every aspect in the backfield of the Giants.
Maynard. The punt. Jacques Green lets it bounce. It goes into the end zone for the touchback. So with 9:05 to go in the 4th quarter, the Bucs get the ball back, trailing 17-13. Is Eric Zier coming in?
He sure is.
He is, and they're cheering.
The right brakes make any car feel high performance.
Yep, they're Wagner brakes.
So choose Wagner from the world's leader in brake pads. Wagner Brakes, another great part of Federal Mogul.
Let's go racing! It's a monster minivan around the weekend. See mom and her parent running torch oven 6 cylinders small block, take on 11 jobs at once.
The right spark plugs make any car feel high performance. So use Champion, the world's favorite spark plug. Champion, another great part of Federal Mogul.
Lastly, I want to introduce Bob from the EDS team. Bob will be with us for a while, helping our company go E. Make him feel at home.
Bob, practice tonight, 7 o'clock. Be there.
For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly...
Bob, love the data mining idea, and I need $12 for the Donut Club.
Where's my yogurt?
Bob, do me a favor.
From idea to implementation, we're on the team.
While Lexus tests to the highest standards of safety, we also test for the intangibles. Luxury. Comfort. Ergonomics. Even beauty. The LS400. The true test of luxury.
Your diodes look stunning this evening.
See your Lexus dealer.
Who will win the Emmy for Outstanding Comedy Series? Find out live. The Emmy Awards. Live coverage begins at 7 Eastern tonight on Fox.
A change at quarterback. Tony Dungy is not waiting. Trent Dilfer with a terrible second half. Just 3 for 12, 3 interceptions. And Eric Zier, picked up from the Baltimore Ravens, comes in to try and bring the Bucs back. 4 years with the Cleveland-Baltimore franchise. Dave Moore in motion from their own 20. The play fake. Zier going deep. On first down for Bert Emanuel, it's knocked away. Percy Ellsworth almost had his third interception of the game.
Some play by Percy Ellsworth. You know, and you talk about how athletic a safety Sean Williams is. We talked earlier about all the plays he makes. But the reason you can't unseat this guy right here, look at him break into the picture at the last second and break that thing up, Sam. That's a hair away from being a very long completion.
Ellsworth, he's a playmaker. Taking over as the starting free safety for the Giants this season. He's had 2 interceptions in the game. Moore in motion again. Blitz coming. Dunn runs away from it, gets up to the 25-yard line.
You know, and the reason they're throwing that ball early is because they're going at the corner. 35. Andre Weathers was in the game at corner. Lincoln's been out with a sprained ankle. This series, Weathers been in the corner.
Well, that first play, I think they went at Lincoln.
No, it was Weathers was in there.
There's Weathers on the field. Lincoln is on the field as well. And it's 3rd and 5 for the Bucs. With 4 wide receivers in the game. Dwyer checking off. Dwyer looking under pressure, throwing deep for Jacquez Green. He's out of bounds. So Eric Zier's first series for the Tampa Bay Bucs comes up empty. And Mark Royals will be forced to punt.
It was a nice-looking ball. That's for sure. Only 1 foot got in.
Sixth punt of the game for Mark Royals. Gets this one away, a good one. Pinky Barber at the 26. With a good return up to the 38-yard line. 7:53 to go, 4th quarter. 49-yard punt, 12-yard return.
While Lexus tests to the highest standards of safety, we also test for the intangibles. Luxury. Comfort. Ergonomics. Even beauty. The LS400. The true test of luxury.
Your diodes look stunning this evening.
See your Lexus dealer. Is there an underdog in you? Is there a stubborn fool in you? Is there a screaming child in you? Is there a crazed lunatic in you? Gatorade, is it in you?
Ooh. Let me help you out. Let me see.
I'm going to turn it on in a second.
Ooh. You all right?
Oh, yeah.
Hold up. That's how we're going to do it. Come on.
You're in my house now, okay? How much they paying you? I don't see it.
This might help you. This really might help you.
I'd take them off if I could find the laces.
Oops. Hope you miss it.
In 4 days, Keanu Reeves, Salma Hayek, and Jay Moore star in a 1-hour television event. Action, a new comedy series, premieres Thursday at 9 on Fox.
It's television's biggest night tonight, the Emmy Awards, and they come to Fox this year. The Emmy Awards pre-show coverage follows football right here on Fox, also broadcast in Spanish and SAP. Live, the Emmy Awards.
I guess that means Martin Gramatica. He can watch it.
Yeah. Giants, 92 yards offense. Graham throws on first down to Pete Mitchell. Up to the 45-yard line. The Giants defense has provided 2 touchdowns and set up a field goal. Fumble recovery by Christian Peter. 38-yard return for a touchdown. An interception by Andre Weathers. 8-yard return for a touchdown. And then after a Percy Ellsworth interception, a field goal by Brad Dalwiso. 2nd and 4 for the Giants. Ike Hilliard in motion. Sean Bennett stopped. Good work inside. They just haven't been able to run inside at all.
Christmas, but still, you haven't done a gosh darn thing all day offensively. You have 7 minutes to go in the game. You have the Buccaneers right where you want them. You're leading in this game. Your offense, thank God for your defense to put those points on the board for you. But, Sam, you only have 40 yards to move the ball. 40 yards to get a field goal, okay, and secure this thing. And keep it within a touchdown at least, and force the Buccaneers to have to play for a touchdown.
3 wide receivers and Pete Mitchell. Tiki Barber in the backfield for the Giants. Graham throws. I believe the play is whistle dead. There was a flag. I think there was a false start on the Giants. The umpire came running toward the line, never got the flag out.
Before the ball was snapped, false start, number 77, hard yard penalty, still 3rd down.
Luke Pettigrew, the Giants' first-round pick out of Notre Dame.
Yeah, he's had a tough time. I talked to him before the game. He didn't sleep the other night and worried about this. And heck, you know what? There's not much you can expect.
625.
When you come into this game, you're not getting any help at all, and they match you up against Warren Sapp. I mean, it's a learning experience. He's going to come out of this game a better player.
5 defensive backs in for the Bucs. Giants have to get to the 49-yard line for a first down.
Correction. The clock's going to be 6:34. 6:34.
Looking to reset the game clock. And it is reset. 3rd and 9. Big play for the Bucs. They're showing blitz. Graham under pressure. Looking to throw. Wide open is David Patton. He's got it on the 30-yard line. And now a flag is down. David Patton was all alone. And Graham showing some mobility to get out of trouble and find him. Against the Giants, their 9th penalty of the game.
Killing them. Absolutely killing them. Yeah, this is an illegal catch. He stepped out of bounds. You see the hat off by the official.
Receiving team was the first that touched the ball after having been out of bounds. That's a 5-yard penalty. Repeat 3rd down.
Take a look now. You can't be the first to touch the ball. Here's Patton out here. Watch him skate down the sidelines. And he steps out right in here. Right about in here, because the hat comes out. There he is down here. Take a look where he steps out. Right in there, he stepped out. Right in there, he stepped out of bounds.
So now,
they're declining the penalty.
What's happened is the Bucs have declined the penalty, and by rule, that's an incomplete pass. So the Giants are forced to punt. Once again, the offense fails. The Bucs defense continues its superb play. 3rd-year wide receiver David Patton stays on specials.
Again, there's another case of mistakes. We talk about the penalties that are hurting him, but penalties are mental mistakes, and that was a mental mistake by David Patton, not knowing in his route where this boundary was, where the sideline was. He wasn't pushed that hard out of bounds. He was lackadaisical coming off the jam. That's why he stepped out of bounds.
10th punt of the game for Brad Maynard. Also had 2 good ones negated by penalties. Kicks this one high. Jacquez Green goes over to the sideline, takes it for a fair catch at the 11-yard line. Maynard has been perhaps, well, he would get a game ball as far as one of the MVPs of the game.
Well, he's really changed the field position for him, that's for sure. Giants defensive backs have been everywhere today. Look at this, all over the coverage, able to make breaks on the ball. They've had the 3 interceptions. They could have had possibly 5. And a lot of the times they were just there. Remember Felipe Sparks early in the game, just timing everything up perfectly, disrupting the pattern and the timing for the Bucs.
Jeremy Lincoln got burned late in the first half. That set up the Bucs touchdown. Eric Zier still in at quarterback. Allstott carrying, stopped short of the line of scrimmage. This has been a battle of the defenses.
Yeah, it sure has.
And neither one is giving an inch.
Football. You love defensive football. You tuned into the right deal. The defensive lines on both sides for the Tampa Bay Bucs and the New York Giants have just dominated the offensive line. They've gotten pressure on the quarterback. They've totally shut down the run. And that man there for the Giants, I mean, he's their fire. The defensive guys love playing for John Fox.
2nd and 12. 3 wide receivers in. And Warwick makes that Warwick Dunn split out to the right side. Allstott the lone setback. Pressure on Zier. He throws it. Incomplete. Intended for Warwick Dunn. Big time pressure from Ryan Phillips from the outside linebacker spot. Brings up a 3rd and 12 for the Bucs, who are 0 for 6 on 3rd down conversions in the second half.
And I think that goes back to what we were talking about at halftime. I mean, they went in at halftime. They didn't have that great pass rush that they had. In the second half now, you can see the pass rush from the front 4 guys. They're getting in the backfield. They got after Dilford. Now they're putting the heat on Zier. After halftime, their pass rush came alive. Plus, I believe this cooler weather has played beneficial to them.
Giants have 6 defensive backs in the game. Zier out of the shotgun. Gets time, dumps it off to Warwick Dunn. Makes that Carl Williams. And he is brought down short of a first down. So the Giants defense comes up strong. And Mark Royals will punt for the 7th time in the game. 17 punts in the game.
I'll tell you,
and 2 that were wiped out on penalties.
The Giants defense, it's been the Giants team. The Giants defense and Maynard have been the Giants team today.
Royals, good kick. P.T. Barber at the 36-yard line goes out of bounds with it. 4:48 to go in the 4th quarter. 48-yard punt. And Graham set to return. Tampa Bay Buccaneers looking to get off to a good start this season. They've got a tough schedule coming up. They go to Philadelphia next week and then play Denver, Minnesota, and Green Bay in succession.
Boy, that stretch there is going to be tough. And it's going to be tough if they show up at any one of those places, including next week at Philadelphia, Sam, without an offense.
The Bucs were pointing to getting off to a good start. Right now, trailing 17-13 with under 5 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Giants have 2 tight ends and Joe Juravicius in the lineup. Charles Way is the lone setback. And now flag goes in. Looks like it's against the Giants. That's the rookie tight end, Dan Campbell.
Another penalty. Another mental error.
9th penalty of the game against the Giants. Campbell, a 3rd-round draft pick out of Texas A&M. Big kid, strong blocker. Giants change personnel. Bring in Bennett and Way in the backfield. Coomer and Hilliard the wideout. Throws short over the middle and completes it to Pete Mitchell. It gets up to the 40-yard line. 3rd catch of the game for
that's the guy they haven't used enough, Sam. I mean, he's the guy that they haven't attacked the middle of the field. Because with him, you can attack the middle of the field, and that can be the same as a run. They've had trouble running the ball inside.
Picked up 9 on the play. Jim Fossil checked the clock. It shows 4:15 and counting. Giants have 2 tight ends in. Charles Way. Take it outside.
Who is it again?
Speedy Warren Sapp.
Phenomenal. Phenomenal day by Warren Sapp. Watch him, watch the penetration, watch him get off the ball and create problems in the backfield. Split through the bodies and grab the shirt and just lay out. How athletic and how fast for a man that's weighing 289 pounds.
The Bucs defense doing its part.
When he's on, this Bucs defense is on.
Giants have to get to the 46 for a first down. Graham. Charles Way is met right away. Hardy Nickerson and Donnie Abraham there. Making Derek Brooks and Donnie Abraham combining on the play. Clock running. And punt number 11 for Brad Maynard. Giants coaches are on the field. Now,
timeout. Tampa Bay. That's their first charge timeout. And please reset the clock to 3:10. 3:10 on the clock.
All right. 3:10 to go. The Bucs have
the
called
30-second timeout.
Honey, we're going to miss our plane.
No, I know. Great shortcut.
At Dollar, our low rates and fast lane service make it easy to get into our cars.
You know, Billy, llama lives are very much like humans.
I wouldn't kiss one. And our express return and on-airport locations make it easy to get out, assuming, of course, you know where you're going.
This is the flight to Cincinnati, isn't it?
Dollar. Makes sense.
Opening day of the NFL season, and the Giants and Tampa Bay Buccaneers in a defensive battle, which many expected. The Giants defense has produced 14 points directly, another 3 points setting up a field goal. Kent Graham has struggled offensively.
The whole offense has struggled offensively.
Strong wind is picked up here. Late in the second half, Maynard gets time. Good high kick. Jacquez Green looking. Waits for the fair catch at the 15. He wanted to return it. Over 5 seconds hang time for Brad Maynard on that punt.
Yeah, he's been so impressive today.
Eric Zier coming back. Don't forget, the NFL on Fox next Sunday begins with the best pregame show anywhere at noon Eastern. And then Pat Summerall and John Madden bring you the Redskins and the Giants from Giant Stadium. Bill and I will be in Philadelphia for the Tampa Bay Philadelphia game. The debut of Ricky Williams. Well, I believe he re-injured
pretty good.
that
Yeah,
ankle.
I mean, pretty good numbers, but they carted him off again, and he sprained that left ankle.
New Orleans came out with a win in their game.
Didn't play in the second half. Craven had to come in there and tilt the ball for him, but still enough for them to pull off a win.
From the 15, Zier out of the shotgun. Gets time. Over the middle, it's broken
Percy
up.
Ellsworth
Percy
again.
Ellsworth.
Oh, man.
He has really played himself a game. 2 interceptions.
You talk about some great defensive back play. Heck, you know, it happened last year with the Giants, too. Jason Sehorn left, and everyone said, oh, no, what are we going to do? How are we going to play? And Conrad Hamilton comes in, and he plays unbelievable. Well, it happens again. Now Conrad Hamilton and Jason are out, and they're thinking, oh, Jeremy Lincoln's in there. What are we going to do? This secondary's been outstanding today.
4 wide receivers in the game. Riddell Anthony is back for the Bucs. He and Bert Emanuel are on the left side. Zier throwing the screen, broken up, and just missed by Cedric Jones. He almost had the interception.
And they almost had their third touchdown on defense.
Well, Zier has not fared any better than Trent Dilfer.
No, and you can't when you have this kind of pressure. And that's the thing I'm talking about, Sam, is they're getting... You see how many batted balls the Giants have had today? It's got to be at least 4. And they get the pressure, they're pushed in the pocket, and if it's a quick pass, their hands are up, and they've been disruptive all day long.
We have seen 2 great defensive teams out there today. Dilfer watching from the sideline. 3rd and 10 for the Bucs. Williams, the man in motion. Everybody out. Zier throws and completes. And the ball is dropped and rolls out of bounds. It will remain Tampa Bay ball, but it's a first down. Riddell Anthony fumbled the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, that was close to being a bat. That was close to him batting the ball out of bounds.
Zier's second completion, but no gain, and the Bucs will punt again. 8th punt of the game for Mark Royal. Royal standing on the goal line. The kick bounces at the 45. Barber fields it at the 35. Brings it back, stays in bounds to keep the clock running. 2:32 remaining. 49-yard punt for Mark Royals. And once again, the Giants defense with an excellent series.
You know, I think I was up there at Albany. They were at training camp, and I watched them. It was real hot up there at the beginning of practice, Sam. But when they opened training camp, it was real hot. Corey Whitmer said, you know, I hope it stays hot because we're going to have to get used to this when we play down in Tampa in the opening game. They were thinking about the heat down there then. And then this week in New York, it was hot again this week. And when they had to go inside, they went in the bubble. Jim Fossil turned the heat up in the bubble. Had them practice in there, get used to this atmosphere. I'll tell you, if any of that stuff worked, it's worked today because these guys have been unbelievable defensively.
Giants go with 3 tight ends. Charles Way, the running back. Short pickup up to the 45-yard line. Quick timeout called for by the Bucs. Derek Brooks lost his helmet.
Timeout, Tampa Bay. That's 30-second timeout. It's a 30-second timeout.
You know, look at Derek Brooks. You know, you don't think it's important to these guys defensively to try to get the ball back and everything they're doing. Derek Brooks on that play comes flying into the middle of that defense. Watch him fill in here. Watch him fill right in here and come up underneath on the tackle, lose his helmet in the process. Take a look. Underneath. He's the one that gets a hold of Wade's leg. He loses his helmet, and look what he does. He jumps up. You don't think these guys are fired up playing defense. They don't care how many plays they've been on the field. They want to get the ball back and give their offense some kind of chance to win this game.
Tackled on the play. Could have been a penalty on the Giants. 2:26 remaining. Bucs down to 1 timeout. Any replays are now in the hands of the officials, will be in the hands of the officials after the 2-minute warning. Giants have Greg Camella, their number 2 fullback in, so it's Camella and Way in the backfield. Right now, the Giants looking to protect the ball and let the defense protect the lead. Charles Wade trying to get outside, nothing doing. Rondé Barber stays with him. Wade keeps battling, but there's not much, no gain on the play.
Well, there's no place for him to go because of what Warren Sapp did on the double team. He was double teamed on the backside, Sam. He's playing in the 3 technique. He gets double teamed here by Pettigrew and Oben. But he holds his ground and strings it out. That leaves the backside pursuit guys to fill. I want you to watch this. This is great technique. Look at that. He's tying up 2, and that leaves these guys all 3 on the backside when the play bounces back out to you. So he holds his ground and takes away the front side where the runner wanted to go. And since he occupied 2 guys, there wasn't anybody to slide off to get the backside pursuit.
Well, we've been talking about the defense on both sides.
Throw those numbers out the window. They 1 sack, 6 tackles. Good. They throw them out the window, though, because all the other things he's done defensively, and it's really kept them in this game. And it shut down the Giants' offense.
2:14 remaining in the 4th quarter. Giants leading 17-13. The offense has been unable to do anything, get any kind of drive going in the game.
And they'll be the same, because I think they made a huge mistake by not giving Pettigrew help. On pass protection on his side when he's over there, getting a back to chip on the pass, getting a punch on him from Brian Williams on the center, doing things of that nature. Leaving Pettigrew as a rookie one-on-one with a sack, as fast and explosive as he is, determined to lead the NFL in sacks, as he said at the beginning of the season. I think that was a mistake. I think it was an oversight, and I think it cost the Giants offense.
Bucs are out of timeouts. Giants need a first down. They have to get to the Bucs 47-yard line for the first down. They run it. Way goes back the other way. Nothing doing.
I'm not going to say anymore. I should get a piece of his contract, the next contract he signed. That guy is unbelievable. He has totally dominated this game. He already has the big contract.
That's the 2-minute warning.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Miller Lite. Taste a true Pilsner.
Leather seats, automatic transmission. Nowadays, you'll hear people call this a truck. Well, a man knows a station wagon when he sees one. This car will only see off-road action if the driver backs over a flower bed. If this vehicular masquerade represents the high life to which men are called, we should trade our trousers for skirts right now.
So, this is my company, and these are my customers.
Now, add in your suppliers, your electronic purchasing, your salespeople, your customer relationship management, but they're all linked through the internet.
Oh, so they're seamlessly connected.
Exactly. So it feels as simple as this to that to that.
I'm not going to eat those.
Can I have them?
From idea to implementation and lots of working lunches.
You know what I want.
Yeah, me too.
Don't come back with that one. You know what I want. And don't come back with that one.
I only got the one.
Don't come back with that one.
Where's the next store?
Yuma, 150 miles.
Oh, too bad.
Have you ever been to Yuma?
All new Shocking King of the Hill. All new Simpsons starring
Mel Gibson.
All new Epic Futurama. Fox season premiere Sunday in 2 weeks.
Brad Maynard, who's been one of the stars for the Giants, with his 12th punt of the game. 2 minutes remaining. Giants leading the Bucs 17-13. The Bucs have the punt block on. The Giants bring in their gunner inside to pick up a man. Maynard gets it away.
And flag.
He was run into. Jacquez Green trying to get outside, and he does. Looking for a big return. Green goes down the sideline. Maynard, the lone man to beat. Pushes him out of bounds, but there's a flag back at the Tampa Bay 33.
They got a roughing the kicker at the onset of this thing on the before the holding, before the illegal block even occurred down here on the return. Both these penalties are going to go against Tampa Bay.
.141 remaining. Here's the call. One on each team. It was a hold against the Giants. Not a roughing the kicker. Ed Hockley continues to talk things over.
There were fouls by both teams on the play. Holding by the offense, number 90. There was also holding by the offense, number 34. There was also, during the return, an illegal block in the back by the receiving team, number 25. By rule, the fouls up front are declined. The foul on the return is enforced, 10 yards from the spot. That team keeps the ball, first down.
All right, a little confusion. We welcome those of you who've been watching Jacksonville and San Francisco. Sam Rosen along with Bill Moss in Tampa, where the Giants lead the Bucs 17-13. The Bucs have the ball. This is what happened on this punt.
Well, we're going to look for the hold. They're going to say it's right in here and right outside on Camella. They have 90 Widmer and 34 Camella on the hold.
And then on the return, the illegal block on John McFarland, the rookie. He was called for the illegal block. That negates the great return by Jacquez Green. So the minute 41 to go, the Bucs have the ball. If you're just joining us, the Bucs have changed quarterbacks. There's McLaughlin, the man who was called on the illegal block. Eric Zier came into the game replacing Trent Dilfer after Dilfer had thrown his third interception of the second half. The Giants defense has provided virtually all the points. They recovered a fumble and ran it in for a touchdown. They intercepted a pass, ran it in for a touchdown, and then an interception set up a field goal. That's been the difference. The Bucs defense has been great too, but they haven't put any points on the board. Giants have had 3 turnovers in the game. Forced 3 turnovers. Eric Zier with 3 wide receivers in. Make it 4. And Warwick Dunn throwing deep, and it was incomplete. The Bucs say they got it. The official rules, he's got it. It was caught on the tip. Carl Williams makes the catch on the deflection. Sean Williams batted it up in the air, and this may be reviewed from upstairs.
We will review the ruling on the field.
That is coming from upstairs. In the last 2 minutes of a half, last 2 minutes of the game, and in all of overtime, any review call comes from upstairs. Now, when Ed Hockley starts viewing the tape, that's when the clock starts.
This will be one of the angles to look at, but they'll have several angles of it.
Wow. Did that ball touch the ground when he went down? Very close.
They're going to have a tough time reviewing that. If that's the angle they're going to see. His arm appeared to be underneath it.
The decision rests with the referee. He is the man who will make the ultimate decision.
Look at him inside that.
And a crucial call here.
Off the hands of Sean Williams. Carl Williams has to come back for it.
That's a great effort by Carl Williams.
His arm looks to be underneath the ball, Sam.
I think so.
From the angles I saw. Now, there may be some other angles that the referee gets possibly a closer look at. It's tough from this angle because you can't see the ball and his arm when he comes down.
This is probably the best angle. That left arm is underneath. Well, the referee has decided.
After reviewing the play on the field, the challenge is upheld. The ball hit the ground and was therefore incomplete.
A break for the Giants.
Brings up second down.
And again, to overrule a play, to overrule a call on the field, it must be conclusive evidence. He's got to be 100% sure. Ed Hockley decided and saw that the ball touched the ground and has ruled it an incompletion.
The clock should read 1:27. 1:27 on the clock.
From the look at it, you try to see. You're going to see from this angle here. Watch the left side of the ball right in there. From that angle right there, it looked like his arm got underneath it. But the nose of it could have hit the ground at the same time. That was real close.
So a break for the Giants. The Bucs are now 2nd and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
If it's not clean underneath there, Sam, if it's not a clean call and a ground has the piece of it, that's trapping.
Bucs have Jaquez Green, Riddell Anthony, and Carl Williams to the right side. Bert Emanuel left. Now Referee Ed Hockley coming over the
Correction,
sideline.
the clock should read 137. The clock ran 137 at the time that the receiver hit the ground. That's when the pass was incomplete. Therefore, 137 on the clock, second down.
Welcome those of you who have been watching the Detroit Lions and Seattle Seahawks to Tampa. Sam Roseman along with Bill Moss. A minute 37 to go in the game. The New York Giants leading the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 17-13. Bucks with the ball, 2nd and 10 on their own 23. They are out of timeouts. Eric Zier replaced Trent Dilfer in this fourth quarter, but has not been effective. It's been a battle of defenses. And the Giants defense has forced 3 turnovers in the game, providing their points. A completion to Carl Williams. He's out of bounds at the 31-yard line. And take a look at what we were talking about. The Giants defense
getting pressure from the onset. Open first quarter action. Armstead with the strip on Trent Dilfer. Peter into the end zone.
The rookie Andre Weathers, he intercepts Trent Dilfer and goes in for a touchdown. And then later on,
a couple more interceptions.
Percy Ellsworth with an interception, 1 of 2, set up a field goal.
There's been no Giants offense at all.
3rd and 2. Pressure on Zier. Hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. Went through the hands of Riddell Anthony, and then just missed on the interception try by Philippi Sparks.
Well, that was Sean Williams off the corner on the blitz.
Don't forget, following football here on Fox, we will take you to the Emmys, the big night of television. The Emmy Awards are next on Fox. A minute 28 remaining. Giants will be home next week to play the Washington Redskins. Pat Summerall and John Madden will call that game for you. Bill and I will be in Philadelphia when the Tampa Bay Buccaneers meet the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's Eric Zier on 4th down. Zier throws. It's intercepted by Philippi Sparks. Sparks heading for the goal line is wrestled down at the 10. And once again, the Giants defense has done it.
You know, this looks like a page out of last year's chapter, Sam. This Giants defense, you know, we heard so much about their offense and opening things up and the wide receivers and the speed in there and all the things that they're going to do. And it's been nil and void, and it's been all the Giants defense just as it was last year.
3 interceptions, 1 fumble recovery for the Giants defense. Bert Emanuel missed it, and Philippi Sparks brings it back. Given heads up, the secondary's done a good job. Without Jason Sehorn, without Conrad Hamilton, they expect both players to practice this week, but their return to game action is still uncertain. Now the Giants can run out the clock. The Bucks are out of timeouts.
Now you can't ask for a nicer thing to happen to you on opening day than to go on the road and get a win, Sam. Ugly as it was, as disgusting as it was, it's a win. And when you're on the road in the NFL opening season, that's all that matters.
And the defense can celebrate. What a brilliant performance by the Giants defense. 4 turnovers, and that was the defense, the difference between the two teams, because the Tampa Bay defense was terrific.
Just as good, yeah, and that's a tough thing to swallow. You know, you get the play of Warren Sapp and the defensive backs as well for the Buccaneers, and you think, heck, all that effort, and you can't even take anything away from the game.
With the clock running at 30 seconds, Graham takes a knee. Today's game produced by Michael Burks, directed by Andy Kindle, Associate Director Rich Dewey, Broadcast Associate Tom Yohe, Technical Producer David Graham, Studio Show produced by Scott Ackerson, directed by Bob Levy. Senior Producer of Fox Sports is Bill Brown. Executive Producers of Fox Sports, Ed Gorin and David Hill. Our spotter today, Gary Lynn. Our statistician, Emmett McGuire. And we thank you for being with us. Trent Dilfer had a tough time with the Giants defense. Jim Fossil talking to Ed Hockley. It's all over. The Giants have won 3 season openers under Jim Fossil. They beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 17-13. We'll be right back.
Hello again, Scott Lasky here with you on NFL Sunday Tick.